Dhaka is on the boil. About 100,000 supporters of Bangladesh's main opposition party came out on the streets of the capital Dhaka today. They are protesting against the government of Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. The opposition is demanding fresh elections in the country. And in a bid to pressure the government, all the 7 members of parliament of the Bangladesh Nationalist Party have resigned from their position.
Hello there. I'm glad you're interested in exploring the reasons behind the economic development of Bangladesh over the past 50 years. This is an incredibly important topic, as it provides valuable insights into how a country can overcome economic challenges and achieve sustainable growth. So let's dive into the fascinating world of economics and discover why Bangladesh has become a shining example of economic development in the last half-century. Hello everyone, welcome back to Edge Capitalism. In Edge Capitalism, we analyze how power and value are created in the world. If you like our content, share and subscribe to our channel. Are you ready? Let's get started. The first event that had a significant impact on the development of the Bangladeshi economy was the Green Revolution, an initiative that started in the 1960s and 70s. This initiative introduced high-yield crops varieties, improved irrigation, and increased the use of fertilizers and pesticides, leading to a significant increase in agricultural productivity. The Green Revolution was a global effort aimed at increasing food production to meet the needs of a growing world population. The initiative was led by the Rockefeller Foundation and the Ford Foundation, and it was implemented in Bangladesh by the Bangladesh Agricultural Research Institute, BARI, and the International Rice Research Institute, IRRI. The impact of the Green Revolution on the Bangladeshi economy was significant. It led to a 33% increase in rice production between 1972 and 1979, and a 41% increase in wheat production between 1978 and 1983. This increase in agricultural productivity helped to feed a growing population and boost the country's overall economic growth. It also had a positive impact on the livelihoods of farmers in Bangladesh. The increased production and yield led to higher incomes for farmers, and the availability of food at lower prices improved the overall standard of living in the country. The second event that developed the Bangladesh economy in the last 50 years was the ready-made garment industry boom. This industry has become a major source of income and employment for the country. The industry started in the late 1970s, but it was in the 1980s that the industry began to grow rapidly. Currently, the ready-made garment industry accounts for about 80% of Bangladesh's total exports, making it the country's largest source of foreign exchange earnings. The industry's growth has been driven by a number of factors, including low labor costs, a large and growing labor force, favorable government policies, and increased demand from foreign buyers. The industry has also benefited from the development of the Chittagong port, which is one of the busiest ports in South Asia. The ready-made garment industry has also had a significant impact on poverty reduction in Bangladesh. According to the World Bank, the industry has lifted millions of people out of poverty and contributed to the country's overall economic growth. The industry has also been a key driver of women's empowerment, as it employs a large number of women who make up the majority of the industry's workforce. The development of the ready-made garment industry in Bangladesh is largely attributed to the entrepreneurs who established the first factories and the government policies that supported the industry's growth. Notable entrepreneurs in this industry include Fazlur Rahman Khan, who established the first garment factory in 1978, and Salman F. Rahman, who is currently one of the country's leading businessmen and a major player in the ready-made garment industry. The third event that developed Bangladesh's economy is the implementation of economic liberalization policies in the 1980s. After gaining independence from Pakistan in 1971, Bangladesh adopted a socialist economic model with government control over many industries. However, by the late 1970s, it became clear that this model was not producing the desired economic growth and development. In response, the government began to implement economic liberalization policies, including the deregulation of certain industries and the encouragement of foreign investment. This move towards a market-oriented economy helped to spur economic growth and development in the country. Between 1980 and 1990, Bangladesh's real GDP growth rate increased from 2.6% to 4.8%. This growth continued into the 1990s, with the country's real GDP growth rate averaging 5.3% between 1990 and 2000. The country also saw a significant increase in foreign direct investment (FDI) during this time period. In 1980, FDI in Bangladesh was just $11 million, but by 1990, it had grown to $81 million. The people responsible for this economic liberalization include government officials and policymakers who recognized the need for change and took steps to implement these policies. The government also established the Bangladesh Investment Development Authority, BIDA, in 1979 to promote and facilitate foreign investment in the country. This agency has been instrumental in attracting FDI to Bangladesh. The fourth event that played a crucial role in the development of the Bangladeshi economy was the formation of the Grameen Bank in 1983. Grameen Bank was founded by Muhammad Yunus, who was a professor of economics at Chittagong University. Yunus developed the idea of microfinance, which is providing small loans to poor people, particularly women, to start their own businesses. The goal of Grameen Bank was to alleviate poverty in Bangladesh by providing financial services to the poor. The bank's lending policies were based on trust and did not require collateral from borrowers. The bank's success in lending to the poor, particularly women, led to a significant increase in entrepreneurship and economic activity in the country. The impact of the Grameen Bank on the Bangladeshi economy was significant. Since its establishment, the bank has disbursed over $28 billion in loans to more than 9 million borrowers, with a repayment rate of over 98%. The loans have been used to start small businesses such as farming, weaving and fruit production, leading to a reduction in poverty and an increase in economic activity. In addition, Grameen Bank's model has been replicated in many other countries, leading to the creation of microfinance institutions worldwide. The bank has won many awards, including the Nobel Peace Prize in 2006, which brought international recognition to Bangladesh and the concept of microfinance. Another event that helped to develop the country's economy was the end of military rule and the restoration of democracy in Bangladesh. Following the end of British colonial rule in 1947, Bangladesh, then known as East Pakistan, was governed by a series of military regimes that frequently suppressed political opposition and stifled economic growth. However, in 1991, the country held its first democratic election in over a decade, marking the end of the military rule and the beginning of a period of political stability. This transition to democracy had a significant impact on Bangladesh's economy, as it paved the way for greater foreign investment and increased government spending on infrastructure and social programs. One key example of this was the establishment of the Exporting Processing Zone, EPZ, in 1983, which provided tax incentives and other benefits to foreign investors setting up factories in Bangladesh. This policy helped to attract significant investment from countries like Japan, the United States and South Korea, and has been credited with creating over 1 million jobs in the country. In addition to attracting foreign investment, the restoration of democracy in Bangladesh also helped to improve access to international aid and development funding. In the 1990s and 2000s, Bangladesh received billions of dollars in aid from organizations like the World Bank and the International Monetary Fund, which helped to finance major infrastructure projects and social programs. Some of the key figures responsible for this period of political change in Bangladesh include former Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina and her political rival Khaleda Zia, who have both played important roles in shaping the country's post-military political landscape. The sixth event that significantly contributed to the economic development of Bangladesh was the construction of the Jamuna Bridge. The Jamuna Bridge is the longest bridge in Bangladesh and spans the Jamuna River, connecting the western and eastern parts of the country. Prior to the construction of the bridge, the only means of transport between the two parts of the country was via ferries, which were slow and unreliable. The construction of the bridge reduced travel time and costs, improved accessibility to the eastern part of the country, and facilitated the transportation of goods and people. The Jamuna Bridge was completed in 1998, after a long period of planning and construction, and it is 4.8 kilometers long. The project was funded through a combination of foreign aid and domestic funds. The World Bank provided a loan of $358 million, while the Bangladesh government provided $159 million. The construction of the bridge involved the collaboration of several international and local firms, including a consortium of Chinese construction companies, Danish consulting engineers, and Japanese contractors. The construction of the Jamuna Bridge had a significant impact on the economy of Bangladesh. It improved the transportation of goods and people between the eastern and western parts of the country, reducing travel time from 24 hours to just 4 hours. This reduction in travel time reduced transportation costs, facilitated trade, and improved access to the eastern part of the country. It also stimulated economic growth in the region by providing access to markets and increased job opportunities. Moreover, the construction of the Jamuna Bridge also had social benefits. It improved access to healthcare, education, and other essential services, leading to an improvement in the quality of life for the people in the region. It also facilitated the movement of people and goods during natural disasters, such as floods, which are common in Bangladesh.
In 2010, Honorable Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina decided to set up digital service delivery centers at the village level. And now we have 8,500 digital centers where at least one boy and one girl providing digital services to the doorsteps of the citizen. Every month 10 million people are getting digital services. It has reduced time, visit and cost for availing government services.
The final event that developed the Bangladesh economy was the implementation of the Digital Bangladesh Vision. The Digital Bangladesh Vision was introduced in 2009 by the Prime Minister of Bangladesh, Sheikh Hasina. The vision aimed to transform Bangladesh into a digital country by 2021, the year of the country's 50th anniversary of independence. The Digital Bangladesh Vision included several initiatives, including the development of a national ICT infrastructure, the expansion of broadband internet connectivity across the country, the establishment of digital centers in rural areas, and the promotion of e-commerce and e-governance. The implementation of the Digital Bangladesh Vision has had a significant impact on the country's economy. According to a report by the Bangladesh Association of Software and Information Services, BASIS, the country's ICT industry has also grown by an average of 40% per year since the introduction of the Digital Bangladesh Vision. In 2020, the ICT industry contributed 14.4% to the country's GDP, up from 1% in 2002. One of the key initiatives of the Digital Bangladesh Vision was the establishment of digital centers in rural areas. These centers provide training and support to rural communities, including farmers and small businesses owners, to help them take advantage of the opportunities presented by digital technologies. These centers have been successful in creating digital literacy and promoting e-commerce in rural areas, which has helped to boost the rural economy. The expansion of broadband internet connectivity has also played a significant role in the development of the country's economy. According to the Bangladesh Telecommunication Regulatory Commission, BTRC, the number of internet users in the country increased from 2.5 million in 2008 to 109 million in 2020. This increase in internet connectivity has facilitated the growth of the country's e-commerce sector, which is now worth around $2 billion. That is it for today. I hope you liked this video. For more updates on this topic, like the video and subscribe to the channel. See you!